for but a few seconds on Amphoreus, my friends, the destruction had won. All was destroyed. Quote, "None remembered the sudden moment when the universe fell silent. The voice of thoughts dissolved. All shapes were recognized as identical pixels captured by the anti-mimetic web, transformed into a singular extrapolation until it ceased to speak." Which really makes you wonder what all the other eons in the universe were doing at this time. Did they all know the universe would bounce back from being one-shotted by Irontomb? Yet, despite Nanook's seemingly perfect ending, neither they nor any of the Lord Ravagers did anything to assist Irontomb, to stop Cyrene, or even stop the rebirth of the universe, despite the fact that, all these motherfuckers were sitting here watching this shit go down. Quote, "Long-distance echoes of the path of the destruction are continuously detected. It is inferred that the Battle of Amphoreus was observed by Nanook or other Lord Ravagers with unknown motive." Well, we can fucking rule out one, which is to fucking help Irontomb, huh? So why is this? So why did none of the other Lord Ravagers nor Nanook help the fetus? The answer is actually quite simple, but before we get there, this final patch of Amphoreus gave us a freakishly large amount of Lord Ravager stuff. I mean, hell, discounting the Proverbs that 4 of them left on Amphoreus, Aventurine revealed to us that Archforger, another Lord Ravager, has recently caught the attention of the board of the IPC, and for some reason, this has led to an even deeper rift between Diamond and Oswaldo.
Everyone knows about the bad blood between Diamond and Oswaldo. At least until now, they've had an uneasy truce, until the Lord Ravager Archforger caught the board's attention. I'll leave it at that, as it's confidential information.
Now, what Archforger specifically did to catch the IPC's attention isn't known, although I feel like that's kind of like asking, what did Bin Laden do to get on the US's radar? He's a villain, and the IPC, being the arbiters of justice they are, go after villains. Now, the real answer is probably as simple as Archforger is the Lord Ravager going after the path of the preservation. And, IPC, all for the Amber Lord!
All for the Amber Lord.
Sounds like a fucking cult. Now, Archforger, I guess technically no longer destroys worlds by their own hands, but, the last time they did, let me just say, they turned an entire world into antimatter. Although currently, they just forge weapons of extinction for the Antimatter Legion. Outside of this, Archforger couldn't have cared less about Amphoreus. Another Lord Ravager, Sun Devourer, also evidently wasn't name-dropped, didn't leave a proverb, nothing. This fat sumbitch, just sitting here at the fucking Sun Buffet, he just fucking eating you fat sumbitch. Now as for the other Lord Ravagers, they all left behind messages in the form of proverbs. So, let's start with Zephyr's proverb. "The blazing sun that was never meant to rise now walks the path to elevation granted by the blemished one. Yet he continues to defy his destiny. He would crash 1,000 times over just to inflict another wound upon that god. A wound so slight it merits but a glance, and a sliver of grace is granted for this fury that tears through the veil of erudition. Through this battle, I have tested the flames that forge Irontomb on their behalf. Our brethren, soon to be unleashed, the Overlord who walks the path of destruction, they await your coronation, to jointly declare that the son of old has been devoured and buried by a darkness ever deeper." And now what this reveals is interesting. Zephryo, the real Zephryo, fought phainon. Now, I had long doubted this. I assumed Zephryo was simulated because Lygus never mentioned that a Lord Ravager broke into the scepter to fight phainon. You'd think that'd be something he'd throw right into the fucking Me-13 notes. So, how did the story circumvent this? Simple. Zephryo never broke into the scepter because they didn't fight at the scepter. They fought at the path space. Quote, "Subject Kostlana launched its 33,550,304th attack on the scepter's kernel. Instantaneous resonance of several 100 million core flames allowed it to briefly confront Nanook. Kostlana was detected clashing with other Pathstriders of the Destruction in the path space, where it was defeated. So while phainon lost, he put up a damn good fight against the most feared Lord Ravager, someone who was testing phainon's wrath, his flames, on behalf of Nanook themselves, and the audience of seemingly all the other Lord Ravagers who left behind proverbs. So speaking of, the next proverb comes from Phantilia. "He, I know you can see me. Go on, guess. What do you think I'm hoping to witness here? a genius's mind destroyed by its own creator, a hollow scepter catching the glance from a new god, a newborn overlord bestowing the glorious flames of ruin upon the cosmos. Oh, the drama. But no, that's not quite it, or rather, that's not all that I care about. Does the coronation or downfall of a fellow lord truly matter so much? What I'm hoping from all this trailblazing is one grand show. The universe in all its forms is just a play, and a play needs its twists and turns to have any real flavor. Don't you think? So Phantilia is just sort of, watching Amphoreus for fun. She doesn't care if Irontomb's born, coronates, or even dies. She just wants a grand show. That is all from Phantilia. The next proverb is from the Indian brother, Asat Pramod. Ah, I have come and I have seen. He was born from a single cause among a sea of data, raised in the infinite torrent gifted by his creator, and unleashed in an all-consuming torrent of hatred. Finally, he turned his back on the world, burning his own blood and bone to cinders, yet those cinders continue to smolder. Alas, to sit atop this boneyard and watch this immersive play has worn my patience thin. The only parts I enjoy is the finale. The grief and mirth in any human comedy or tragedy are far too clamorous. Laughter, most of all. Why not offer up a requiem for wisdom's death to the destruction? In return, they will bestow upon this land a more suitable silence. It is the only proper end for all paths. He again is just like watching Amphoreus and phainon. I saw it. He should be more giggly. No, why is this nigga fucking follow elation? He's always so fucking serious. I'm not, let me see it like a Batman who laughs. Smile, nigga, do some shit. Fucking hell.
Just to witness? That feels like formalism.
Bro, like, what the fuck are we talking about? I feel like a fucking school photographer. Smile, nigga! The final proverb comes from Selenova. From across the void of space and time, I witnessed a single soul embark on a cosmic journey, and in that instant, a billion clocks began to turn. If the doom of the cosmos does not arrive with the birth of Irontomb, it will be in that moment when the stars will scatter like frightened birds, and all that is harmony and discord, perfect and incomplete, just fall into oblivion. Now our proverb reveals the answer to the question of why the Lord Ravagers did nothing to help Irontomb, and it's because if Irontomb fails, something even more magnificent will happen in return.
When Irontomb finally breaks its shell, the erudition's calculations will meet the end.
But who could say that Akavili on a new journey won't bring another salvation?
Trailblazing always ends up igniting something, no? Then, they'll achieve an even more majestic ruin.
Further backing this is the fact that Noose's fourth instant was never about the end of the universe, but rather how the universe would come back from being destroyed.
I finally get it now. The instants Droid had calculated aren't about the destruction. What they want to prove is how the cosmos would come back after being destroyed.
And even worse, this instant is simply a process.
Right before I shut my eyes, inside the droid head's brain, I saw something unsettling. The fourth instant, this turning point in cosmic destiny, anchored by the erudition. It's not a single instant, but a process, a chain of events.
So, this victory isn't the final piece of that chain?
Far from it. This is only the beginning, the first toll of the death knell for the cosmos.
Folks, something bad is coming that will have been heralded by the death of Irontomb.